However, one can confirm that yes, on the number of arrests that happened throughout the night, it included those that were trying to make themselves officers of the law, and they are not officers, and they will be charged accordingly. And perhaps to continue to educate South Africans that they must stay in their lane. This was outlined. The President on the 5-point plan did indicated that this is the job of law enforcement and it should be left to law enforcement. Calvin has spoke to the Provincial Commissioner of Eastern Cape in this regard, and this information cannot be confirmed at the moment. And if it happened, I think we will take the necessary measures to bring those police officers who did that particular activity to a right execution of their duty. It is not in our nature that we should work alongside the other members of the public to do our work. However, you will see that most of the time we encourage community policing. So if we work with other structures, even at roadblocks, it's not for us to make them to do our work. We are doing our work as the police officers. But in this regard, that it is not correct, but this information, even the Provincial Commissioner cannot confirm that it happened, and he vouched that it will not happen under his watch. In terms of the numbers of how many police officers that will do when we do the reconciliation of the what we call duty list during the operations. If I will give you that number, only the yesterday I will give. But remember, I said to you, we are still continuing with our operations. And as and when the intelligence community will tell us to demobilize, we will demobilize, and with the right numbers that will be guided by the planners of the operations and the magnitude of the operation, that how many people can we demobilize to go to their duty. And policing is a very broad work. So if you are deployed to ensure the country is stable, it's still the responsibility and the mandate of the police. I do have colleagues, officers that work at head office that are elsewhere in the country, ensuring that they do the first line of policing.
All right. Sorry, if we can be able to get maybe a comment from the members of the South African Defence Force, maybe to hear from them, especially with what happened yesterday night, maybe if they can give us their perspective on what happened and their operations there overall.
Okay, Major General Jalisi, can you just come closer to the microphone?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. And I think the chairperson of the net joints has already spelled out on what happened in Hillbrow. As SANDF, we don't lead. We work in support of the SAPS. So the stats and information that has been given to the public is information that you require from me. But what I can just say to you is that Operation Prosper is going to continue as authorized by our Commander-in-Chief till March next year. So we will continue supporting the crackdown of the criminals, especially criminal syndicates, wherever they are. We will always do that in support of the police. So with regards to what happened in Hillbrow, we were there. In all areas where there was criminality, we were there as SANDF, but in support of the SAPS, and we are going to continue doing that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Major General Joseph Jalisi. Do we have any other questions, colleagues? Last one.
Sorry, this is my last question. We got a photo. We got a photo of a sign at a police station saying that anyone who wants to report a crime needs to show valid documentation, like an ID or whatever. Is that the policy? Is that police policy?
I don't believe that an incident of that nature can happen. And let me just safely say, can it be made available and be investigated? The authority will, you know, these days we are having AI. I have received a photo that was showing or having a narrative that it is in the Eastern Cape where foreign nationals were converging to push back. And we went to the length and breadth of Eastern Cape, and the building of that nature was not existing in South Africa. So photos can be photoshopped, and that particular one have not came to the attention of the authority, but I'm not saying it did not happen. I'm saying, can it be investigated, because we were never informed of such.
Okay, do we have another question? Yeah, proceed.
Thank you so much, Mariana from Tembisa Online. I think there's a bit of confusion, officers, in terms of is there a fine for people harboring foreign nationals? Because I saw there was a post which was fake. I know that you also released a statement making sure that you're making people aware of those fake news and stuff. So I just needed a clarity on that. Thank you so much.
Is there a fine? Your question is a fine.
Yes, is there a fine or maybe procedures to be followed
We've got an arrest.
I'm not sure if I'm asking a very correct question.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, there was a post which was circulating on social media, and there was a correction from the set. And now we hear there's people harboring foreign nationals, and it looks like there will be steps taken against them. So I just wanted clarity on that.
There is a fine in terms of Immigration Act, and what I have reported earlier is the arrest of the contravention of Immigration Act, and I went further to explain that that arrest is in relation to the fact that the particular individual was found to have harbored illegal immigrants, and a number of them. So yes, it is an offense to do that in terms of Immigration Act. And every offense that you commit, if it's theft, you can be charged and you will be given a fine by the court. So the contravention is in terms of Immigration Act.
So I think the general earlier explained that where they found, especially at like your guest houses or your business premises, where they found illegal foreigners, they would also arrest the owner and charge them accordingly.
Even yourself, if you are harboring an illegal immigrant as a resident, because we do have majority of those that are having people that are working for them as gardeners, as domestic workers that are not having a proper documentation. So we cannot allow a one side or a picky kind of enforcement of the law.
So if you are harboring a domestic worker or a gardener that is illegal, you too will be arrested for harboring an illegal immigrant. Yeah. Any other questions, colleagues? I think we can close it. Yeah. I think, are we good? All right, thank you so much, colleagues. Thank you, Lieutenant General Musikiri, as well as Major General Joseph Jalisi.
And thanks to the members of the meeting.
Thank you, guys. You've been awesome, you know. You assisted us really to...
We are requesting one.
Oh my goodness, Kelvin.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Kelvin, I'm chairing a meeting in the next 5 minutes.
Up until the next briefing and next operation. Thank you.